first one.
This first, this second, and I'll just read the third. Just like mothers, you know, whatever.
Alright, I'm trying to think. Do I even want to? I don't think I want to do this.
I'm gonna say, mothers seem to be the 80% in all kids' lives, while the father is the remaining 20%. But don't get us wrong, there are a lot of single fathers out here who is doing the whole 100%, and the mother is out of the picture. We still don't feel as though that beats the single mother ratio, though. We want to know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay. This one.
No,
Do you feel that it is needed for a child's father to be in their lives, or can a woman teach their child everything there is to know on their own? That's the second one. The first one. Yeah, the first one. Mothers, what are their shit? You ain't live, right? Alright. Okay, look. Mothers, what are the dynamics of being a single mother?
Oh, this was so.
Do you feel that it is needed for a child's father to be in their lives, or can a woman teach their child everything there is to know on their own? Second. Third.
I wanted to read this though.
Yeah, you could. Okay, read it.
This is
right now.
This is the quote that I wanted to read. This is basically.
Okay, so we read this first.
Yeah.
Yeah, read this.
Because I was gonna read. I don't know. I was gonna read either this quote or this quote, but this is the very first quote.
Let me see the second quote.
This is just basically like this is something I was gonna touch on the end and say we are taught to respect our parents, but how many of our parents respect us as individuals, huh?
That's in the quote. You can say that in like this. Until next week.
No, I wanna. No, this is the beginning quote. Like this is what we gonna even go into, and I'm gonna just say that I'm gonna elaborate on it more.
Before that.
I'm still even debating if I want to say this because this is deep.
We got 2 hours.
Like this is
So read this.
depression.
Okay, wait.
Depression is a mental state.
Wait. Before you read this, though. Before you read this, though, then you say what the topic is first, and then do that. No, a woman can't make a man, but a woman did make your child. Maybe that's why you should call in and give us your feedback. So we can hear your
Yeah, because I want to know why can't a woman make a man, and then who like
we raised you for not. We carried you. We raised you. But that's why we want. That's why we want your feedback. This is our opinions.
Where's the? I want to know where. Please show me some factual evidence of why a woman like you said make a man. Who makes men? Who makes men?
I just want to hear. I want to know. So when it's time to call in, call and tell us that. Why a woman can't make a man? Because there's a lot of single mothers out here who raise men, and they're doing really good. So that's what we want to hear. That's the topic today. What time is it? 3 minutes. Then we'll go on air. So listen, you want to say so today our topic?
Wait, did he just?
What is happening?
I don't know. I'm debating if I want to.
Is my microphone on? The camera on over there, but this microphone I don't know is on. Oh, they're doing it. They doing it themselves. He said.
Remotely, yeah.
All right. So listen. Today's topic is. We'll talk about the topic and then read this.
Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about mothers, single mothers in the household.
Yeah, but you better get your outline. You got your outline and shit.
My what? This. This right here.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see you. I should have brought my dark one thing.
You on your live, I'm on my live.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you, Joanne. I just wanted to know, like, everybody had their own opinion. Some people say women can't raise a man. Some people think you need the man in the household to raise them. So I want to know why.
Oh, you gonna call me? It's gonna mess up. I'm gonna have to wait.
Okay. Well, just leave it there, Tico. Okay, so this is my outline. This is what talk about.
No, this we won't talk about that another time.
Then what's fucking outline?
No, we'll talk about that another time.
This is what you saying?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about. This is outline. This is what it was supposed to be, but we gonna just scratch it.
Wait.
But
okay, I'm say week 1. Okay, this week. Just say this week. This week.
No, we don't have to read that. That was supposed to be something different.
Let me say.
Yeah, that was supposed to be
right.
when I was officially supposed to been head on, but we're not gonna read it. We're just gonna say
Do you got the songs in order?
Yes. No, they're not in order, but I got them.
Make sure they're in order.
I
The songs.
I
Being as though this week is dedicated to the mothers. Where's the last? Lord. Here's the last paper.
The last song is gonna be Kate Michelle, The Mother's Prayer.
Okay. You gonna read 1 and 2. Oh, this one around.
Oh wow, I'm sorry, y'all. We running late.
Oh my God, we online. They looking at us right now.
It's not streaming. Oh, it is streaming. They clicked it streaming. They trying to fix
We're
it.
We're streaming.
We apologize for the delay.
No
We
more
coming.
cursing. So, are we reading 1 and 2? I'm reading 3. We're reading 1 together.
Yeah, and then we gonna come back. Yeah, we gonna say that.
Let me see this one.
Right here.
Okay. Intro song is yours, or a mother song?
No, the one that's gonna play every week. Yeah.
Okay, that's the intro song. Do you know what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
Babe, wait a minute, because he's fixing the
We
the
coming on
streaming
first delay. He fixing the stream thing, so y'all can go on.
Come on, because I'm about to go on the phone.
By the time you get back up, we'll be ready. I gotta drink my coffee.
I can't even drink my coffee. My coffee is the stand.
Oh, put it behind the cup right here.
Okay. So. Goodness gracious. These are my invisible glasses, you guys. I put my glasses on when I'm nervous. Because I'm nervous and I see that it's streaming live over there. And I'm
sorry for the delay,
ready.
y'all. We coming.
But here's the number when it's time to call in. Make sure y'all call in.
No, I'm gonna have to just delete that one and start do another one. I had some viewers.
Intro song, tagline. Welcome to Spark It Up. I don't want to say, and this is me.
Videos working. Tell people to go to YouTube, type in Philly Hot Radio, start your show. Okay.
Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube, the Philly
Hold
Hot.
on.
Wait, we gotta wait till.
Hold on.
I got people texting me talking about why y'all not ready.
So people's calling. They probably cut us out. Don't go to that live and direct.
No, that's if they want to watch it stream live on. Who calling?
Let me see. Good morning.
Yes, that's right. Go ahead and start the show. You good?
Okay.
I didn't know you texted me. We about to.
Phone is off.
All right, we about to start now.
All right, but you good? And don't forget the YouTube thing still started.
Wait. Do I have to click start streaming?
Yeah, start streaming to YouTube and tell your guests to tune in to the YouTube.
Do I have to click start recording?
Yeah, no, not start recording. Start streaming on the video.
Okay.
Start streaming, and then your code is already started. Go ahead and start the show.
Okay.
All right, I'm listening. Go ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You ready?
I'm ready. You ready?
No.
Wait, who started this? Oh, shit. You ready?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Wait, I don't hear nothing.
They hear us.
Why we don't hear nothing?
You clicked it off?
Now I'm getting frustrated right now. I don't hear anything. Why don't I hear nothing?
Yes, miss.
Why don't I hear anything, Trey? I don't hear the music or nothing.
Turn the volume up on the mixer board a little.
What volume where?
It's like a tall, white, light colored button.
Everything is up.
I showed you. No, it's not a level. It's a little knob.
Oh.
Shoot. Okay.
I got it.
All right, cool.
All right. We ready. Is it?
Okay.
All right, we ready. You ready?
Go to YouTube. Go to Philly Hot Radio. We're on now.
All right. Let's get it.
Go to YouTube, Philly Hot Radio, wanna. YouTube, not the app, if you want to see us. Here's your papers. Get in here.
Good morning, kings and queens. This is your girl, Tanisha Nicole. We are streaming live on Spark It Up Morning Show.
And this is your girl, Nira. Good morning, Tri-State.
So today is dedicated to the mothers. I know that we are in the month of Father's Day, but I felt it only right to dedicate it to the mothers. We have 3 topics that we're going to talk about today. Each and every Wednesday, we'll be streaming live, 10 a.m. until noon. I have a quote that I would like to read that is pertaining to the moms. So it says, we are taught to respect our parents, but how many of our parents respect us as individuals? And that quote was created by me. I will further go into details of what I mean about that quote. Our first topic of the day will be, what are the dynamics of being a mother, single mothers in a household trying to maintain bills and children? Second will be, do you feel that a child needs a father to be in their life, or can a woman teach their child everything they need to know?
And lastly, we'll discuss how mothers seem to be the 80% in all their kids' lives, while the father is the remaining 20%. But don't get us wrong, there are a lot of single fathers out here who is doing the whole 100%, and the mothers is out of the picture. We still don't feel as if that beats the single mothers ratio. So today, we want to hear your input and your opinion on this touchy topic.
Again, we are streaming live on YouTube. Go to YouTube, type in Philly Hot Radio. You'll see us live on there. The number to call in is 484-477-6348. Again, we'll be back to discuss these topics. If you have any questions, call in.
I was pregnant in jail. I thought I was going to have a baby. It would never be with me, but I was acquitted a month and 3 days before 2 hours more.
What'd you say? They can still see us.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
They can hear us, can they?
No, it's all.
Go to YouTube if you want to see us. Click in Philly Hot Radio. We're live now. If you just want to hear us, go to the app. Get your phone real quick. Bitch, I'm thirsty. Citrus right there.
And it won't work.
In between, no in between. Look. I put mine like that.
I can't. I'm not messing with you. I'm too nervous.
What is next? What's next?
The topic. First topic. What are the dynamics of being a mother?
Okay, and you got to talk on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you take a pause, I'll pick up.
Then when I'm out of breath and I'm like,
What are the dynamics of being a mother? Talk on it. Like, we were raised as in a household as single mothers, with single mothers.
I'm gonna just talk about like seeing my mom.
Yeah, like our mothers, we was raised
And
in a household with single mothers.
becoming a mother and things like that. I'm just,
We off? We not on live? We not on YouTube? This camera is on over here.
It's on. I can start streaming. I can't.
Make sure you cop that Identity Crisis. That's us. That's what we doing.
Lord,
That's also going to be a
I'm
topic.
nervous. I can't get my
We
life
here.
together.
We live. We live, baby.
It's almost 15 minutes. No, it actually was a little late, so.
When the song go off. Okay. Make sure my microphone is. Huh?
This song is playing.
Let the song play.
Oh, I like this song.
You're dirty.
Okay.
Okay.
This song is playing.
Then next. Wait, we did that. Welcome to Spark It Up Radio.
Next is going to
Introduction
be
of
the topic of
personality.
discussion, so we're going to start talking about it.
Introduction of personality.
We already did that.
We're back.
When I said, good
We're
morning,
back.
kings and queens.
We're back. This is Mish.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna talk about the first topic, which is
Okay.
how what are the dynamics of being a mother. So I'm gonna talk about
Yes.
like how it is to be a mother from my experience, and then we're gonna talk about single mothers in the household trying to maintain bills. My mom wasn't a single mom.
No.
She had dated ass,
I know.
but I can. You gotta put lip gloss on, though.
We live.
We gotta call her. Answer her.
Good morning.
This Trey, did you start the encoder?
Yes.
I stop it and start it again because I'm hearing Tupac, Dear Mama playing.
That's
But on the YouTube, I see y'all talking.
Yeah. See?
wait. What you mean? Stop it and start it again? They gonna mess the whole thing up?
Who's playing Tupac? You? Or
She
you?
is. She is.
Oh, that's y'all. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I saw y'all talking. I thought that was the auto DJ. Okay, my
No.
bad.
All right. All right.
I might say, wait, please don't tell me that.
All right.
Are you ready to go back?
Are you ready? Go ahead.
Lord. You ready? Are you ready?
I lost my earring.
I'm about to push this. Hey, you guys, and we are back. So, the first topic that we're going to discuss are what are dynamics of being a mom. I'm a mom. What about you?
I'm not a mother, but I am a godmother, and that is still a lot of work.
So I'm gonna talk about my opinion on what are the dynamics of being a mother. I feel like being a mom, it takes, I don't want to say a lot of work because I don't consider it being a lot of work. Having a child is a beautiful thing. It is definitely a blessing. As far as the dynamics, I just feel like mentally you have to be in a nurturing space to be able to be a mom. You know, we have a lot of people who are mothers who have children that are not mothers to their children.
Right.
It takes a lot of time, patience, and dedication to be a mom. Me personally, I would say my babies are my inspiration. They are what keep me going every day. You know, I get times where, you know, I want to give up or just be like, I'm just done with life. And then they'll come in the room and they be like, Mom, you all right? You good? You okay? And it just brightens my day. It's hard, but
Listen, me taking on these 3 goddaughters is hard, okay? It's a break from you guys, but I just want to know, being a mother, and I'm not taking anything from the fathers at all, but being a mother, you're 90% of the child's life. It's more so that the kids always cling to the mothers. And that's the topic that we want to talk about today, is the dynamic of being a mother, a single mother. Let's get that clear. A single mother in the household. What does it take to raise your child on your own? That's the question I want to know.
it takes a lot of patience. I would definitely say patience. A lot of people will argue that you can be a single mom with the dad around or without the dad around. I consider a single mother is a mother that actually feeds the child, bathe the child, take the child back and forth to school, do activities with the child, put the time in to teach the child one-on-one. I feel like it goes hand in hand. But the number one thing I would have to say is patience. I had my first child when I was 21 years old. I'm not going to say I wasn't ready, but I was always a nurturer. So it was kind of easy for me to be a mom to her. Like, I wanted to be a mom. Like, I was excited. We have a caller on the line?
Yes, someone wants to speak.
Good morning.
Good morning. This is Spark It Up Radio Show. Good morning.
Wow.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You know what this is?
No, who's calling?
This is Shakina.
Hi, Shakina. Good morning. Now, I know that you are a mother. What is your opinion on this topic this morning?
It's a very touchy topic. So I've been a mom since I was 16.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm only 40. And
Okay.
my oldest is 24, my youngest is 10. So being a mom, the dynamics of it, they're different in every situation. So like every person's dynamic won't be the same.
Correct.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I was 16 when I had my first baby, but my mom was there. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like my mom, she took care of it. Whatever it was, I didn't even know that she was taking care of it, but she did. But then on the other hand, I had 16-year-old girlfriends who was in the shelter with their baby,
Right.
who didn't have no family. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's dynamics is going to be a little bit different than the next. Nurturing, it don't come out when you have that baby.
Right. That's right. Now,
That's how it works. It
what-
don't be like, oh,
when-
baby out, now I'm ready.
now,
Mom.
now listen. When you had your first child, was the father around, or was it just you and your mother?
It was basically just me and my mom. And then at a point from, I want to say, 17 to 20,
Right.
it was just my mom.
Right.
I rolled out. I was like, I couldn't do it. I didn't want to listen. I didn't want to abide by her rules.
Right.
In my eyes, I'm already having sex and having a baby. Why he can't spend the night? You know, why I can't stay out all night?
Right.
When I rolled out, my mom was my mom to my baby.
Right.
Shakina,
Now-
I got a question for you. So you said you had your first child when you was 16, and you made a statement that when you have a baby, nurturing is not something that comes easy. Do you think that because at the age of 16 you psychologically wasn't ready? Like, do you feel like your age played a part in not being a
Yeah,
natural
because she said she
nurturer?
still wanted to go out
I
and
think,
run the
in
streets.
a way, when I think about it, I really think that it do, because, like, I was 16, I was a sheltered child, so I was out there doing stuff that I didn't really have no business doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really part of the streets and all that kind of stuff at that age, but I was being sneaky, and then that's what happened.
Okay.
So I felt like maybe I was still needing to be nurtured. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the
Absolutely
and that's
right.
the and that's the thing that I'm trying to get to. Not necessarily being a single mother, but when we have kids young, it's like our parents are our baby fathers.
Right.
That's what I'm
If
saying.
they-
Like, our parents are our baby fathers. And that's why I feel as though it don't matter what age, really. You don't have to be young, old. When you have a baby, I feel like you still need to go into it as if you're a single mother, because the father can up and go whenever they want to.
I mean,
Now fast forwarding. After having a baby at 16, then I started having more kids again at 20. And from 20 on, I was a single mom of 5 kids, and 4 of them were males.
right.
Right.
So that dynamic, that dynamic right there is totally different.
Now, someone did reach out just now and said that a single mother can't make a man. I just don't
What's your
understand that
opinion? So
part.
you have 4 sons. How old are your sons?
24, 20, 19, and 10.
And me knowing her personally, all of them are doing good.
So
Per se.
what is your opinion about a woman raising a man? Like, do you feel like, as you being a mother of 4 boys, can a woman raise a man?
Or do he need his father?
No. Now, as I sit here and I look at the older 3 boys, I look at how, if their fathers were involved, how different their lives could be.
Right.
Because I can only teach them how to be responsible.
Yeah.
Right.
How to clean, how to take care of yourself. But as far as those men aspects, I can't get into their head mentally as a male. And I think that
So basically, you saying that
Another thing too is about choosing, who you want to have these children with.
Exactly.
that's major. That's
Mm-hmm.
major.
That's the biggest mistake that I hold that to myself. That was my fault. You know what I'm saying? That I had babies with these men that were not going to be there. I even married one who was married to my husband for 7 years, and even for 7 years he still wasn't there. And my youngest son don't even know him.
Wow.
But for me, knowing how important it is for him to have males in his life, now we reach out. He DJing, he doing all these different things.
Yeah.
There's men coming in to help me mentor him. I didn't have that with the other three, and I'm sad that I didn't because they would have been a whole lot better than they are.
So basically, you saying that if they was to have a male figure, you feel as though that it would have been a different impact, meaning in a positive way, that they would be mentally more stable as men than they would be just being raised by a single mother.
Right.
Right.
Because I'm a get personal. I'm gonna put it out here. I'm helping my 20-year-old baby mom raise
His child.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the fact that he watched. In our minds, you watch your mom struggle, so you shouldn't be like that.
Right.
Or it could also be the other way. I watch my mom handle it.
Right.
So he may feel as though that she can do it because you know what? I really appreciate you for that. I really want to tell you that I appreciate you for that because our children do mimic what they see. That right there that you touched on, that's a whole nother topic. But I just want to say briefly that our children will do what they see. So in his mind, mentally, like you said, because he does not have that male figure, he's only prone to what he's seen from a female's aspect. So in his mind, psychologically correct, he may be like, well, my mom did this, regardless of whether I have 10 kids, they should be able to bear the same thing that my mother bear. But, that's a whole nother topic. That's going to be our topic next week when we talk about fathers. But I really do want to tell you that I appreciate you for that again.
Right.
That is something that is major that our children do mimic. And, it is major to have both parents in the household. But that was...
Or not even in the household, but
just in their lives, period.
Yeah, not in the household,
in their lives, period. Correct.
Yeah, just in they like, Dad about to come get me. What you and Dad do for the weekend, that could impact these kids for a lifetime.
Right.
Right. You absolutely right.
Dad never came for the weekend. Now mom is here, so the dynamics of that is crazy. Like I had to put 2 of my boys away because they had got so much bigger and taller than me that I'm not about to be fighting them like they men on the street.
Mm-hmm.
So it was times like them. Sometimes I didn't have a choice. Like, what I'm gonna get DHS cases or what do I do?
Right.
My hands was tied. I had to send them to George Jr.
Right.
Right.
So that there could be somebody to get their structure. They was being very disrespectful. They're very disobedient. That's why I'm saying the dynamic is different for everybody.
Because each person is, that's why I said in my quote, when I said my quote, we are taught to respect our parents, but how many respect us as individuals is in quotations because each person is an individual. You can't, each case go by case basis. What might work for you may not work for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But, a lot of people don't understand that dynamic right there because those dynamics are individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
But
I say it's really good what you ladies is doing out there.
Appreciate
thank
you,
you,
appreciate
Shakina, and I appreciate you calling in. Your story really helped a lot. I know others needed to hear that. Thank you so much, and stay listening.
Thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
No problem.
There you go, y'all. We had our first caller of the day. Yay. Clap it up for us. Clap it up for us.
She touched a real touchy subject
Yeah,
because
she definitely did.
a lot of people is living that lifestyle, and a lot of people that I know had kids young. And I feel as though their parents had to pick up the slack because they still was in school, they still wanted to run the streets, or they just wasn't ready.
True. So basically the moral of the story, the dynamics of being a mother varies. It varies by case basis. Everybody got a story to tell. It's just the fact about actually expressing yourself in that manner. Like I said, me personally, it's hard, but I don't like to say it's hard because at the end of the day, I laid down and had these children. And
But
that
you
was
kept
the easiest
pushing.
process.
You kept pushing and you made it through. You here.
So, for me, it's I got my days, but I love my babies. Again, they are my inspiration.
Right.
We're going to go on a musical break, and we will be back to talk about single mothers in the household trying to maintain bills and children. Next song we got coming up is a song for my mama by Boyz II Men.
is backwards.
Give us your opinion.
484-477-3648.
How many songs we supposed to hear? What was that?
484-477-3648. Let me hear your opinions. You can cut up a little bit or no? That's our microphone.
What?
That thing is our microphone.
This? No, this is so we can hear the
Yeah.
1020.
Thank you, Mom. This nervous bug over here.
No,
Are y'all on YouTube? Are y'all watching us live?
Yeah, go
like
to
we
YouTube.
live.
Watch us live on YouTube. I ain't nervous no more.
It ain't nothing to be nervous about, especially when we talk about subjects that we can relate to.
Yeah.
I'm still keeping on my invisible glasses. So,
So this is we gonna talk about this one.
no, we just did that.
No,
Yeah, we kind of did
we
this too.
talking
That's the
about- I just
dynamics
said
right there.
No, I just said single mothers in a household trying to maintain. We ain't talking about no maintaining no bills and nothing like that. Being a single mom.
That's what she just was saying. She's like, I need my mother. That's what we talking
No,
about.
we didn't get into depth about that though.
So what's this one? And we still got one more.
Yeah. We still got an hour and a half.
Let me type this number in. How do I pin it? How do you pin a number?
I don't know.
477-6348. How do you pin it?
You just sent it.
Oh Lord.
I don't know how to. Let me see.
I don't know how to pin, but we still live. We are about to talk about it as soon as this music go off.
Oh, what?
I did it, Zada, but I did it, but it just sent. It didn't pin. Wait, you messed up my stand.
I'm trying to see. What's this option? Oh,
No, that's live.
What's that?
What is you doing?
Oh.
No, we're not going live with nobody. Where is pin it? I don't even see pin it.
I don't know how to do that either. I don't know how to work that.
Let me
Click
see.
the comment.
484 477 6348. Now I typed it in. Now what do I hit? Oh, I got it. Pin it.
You.
Cause we gonna need a next call this
Yeah, we going. So we
Yo, my stand messed up.
basically about to go into just discussion, like just talking, because we don't have a guest this week.
Yeah, we don't have a guest speaker this week, so we're just gonna be talking to you guys mainly. If you're not on the app listening, make sure you on YouTube, Philly Hot Radio. We live. Loving you is like food to my soul. Never wanna
Oh, my
go
mom probably
away
texted me. She probably trying to call in.
Penny.
No, I sent her the number. She know.
Oh.
I told her from 10 to 12. You better call. She better Pat. You better call in, Pat.
I pinned it on mine.
I'm not bad.
How we doing? How we doing, y'all? We doing good.
Job.
We having fun.
No.
Cause she all nervous.
Lord, this
We having fun though.
Alright.
Maybe we could bring in a guest next week for fathers.
Yeah, we
Any
gonna
fathers? Any fathers that feel as though they got something they want to
Yeah,
get
we
off their
can.
chest?
We can ready to go back. You ready?
Yep. You know what subject you got next?
Hey y'all, we back. So right now we're gonna talk about single mothers in the household trying to maintain bills and children. Now this is strictly for the single mothers that doesn't have
The baby fathers around.
are not around. This is strictly for the single mothers. I'll start. I really
Yeah, I mean, tell me about your story. I know that you was raised by your mother and you did have a father figure in your household, but what about you? Like, did that reflect?
Yeah, I would have to say I sort of kind of
You don't know.
No,
Like,
because I wouldn't say that I'm a single mom because
all your kids' fathers are around.
yeah, they're
But that's the thing. Are they just around, or has they like been there, like helping you, pushing you? Were they at games, graduations, move up days, picture days, park days, or was they just here like dishing out the money? Because you know that's what some fathers do. And to me, like everybody's opinion is different, but to me, I still label that as a single mother because you're not here, like you're not helping me physically. You're only helping me financially.
Well, I would have to say I was a single mom halfway and half not. Because at my oldest daughter, I was with her father, and then we weren't together, and then
I put that together, by the way. You know, I
She's
put that combination together, and a
then
beautiful
I
baby was
with
born.
My son's and my daughter's dad, and we were together for 10 years. So like, I don't know, like I wouldn't say I was a single mom, but I would say I was singly
Raising your child?
active in their life.
Okay.
Meaning that their fathers was always around. They always took care of them. But as far as dentist appointments, doctors, you know,
and that's what
things
I'm
of that
saying. Like
nature, you
they
know,
were just there.
I did all of that. But then I have to say, for me as a woman, that's my job.
Mm-hmm. As a woman or as a mother?
As a woman.
Okay.
Because I feel like a man, again, society has rules that they have placed for us. And I'm not speaking from a society's point of view. I'm speaking from my point of view. The way I was raised, the way I seen my mother do things, even though I had male figures in my life, I had a father and I also had a stepfather. My mother took us to the doctor. She took us, if anything, sick, to the hospital. She fed us, you know, she did all those things, but my stepfather was still relevant, like he still was around. So I don't know, like this is kind of like
so this is a complicated subject.
Yeah,
because as I stated, to me, now don't get this wrong, like I said, to me, he's in the household, but he's not in the lives. Like I don't understand how you're going to be in the household, but you're not helping.
Because like I just said, as a woman, I feel like that's my job. Unless I am incapable of doing those things, they are womanly duties in my
so
eyes.
that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. There's womanly duties, there's motherly duties. I feel as, remember when I just said, I feel as though whether the father is going to be here, he's going to leave, whatever, you still go into it as a single mother, regardless of the father. Correct, right?
Correct.
So that still sounds like single mother status. Like he's just here, but he's not here.
But wait, listen, we could argue this all day. It's like, so what? See, we getting into our topic of next week, and we can't get into our.
I don't really want to get into the fathers thing.
Our next week topic is for the fathers, but I just have to say, like,
because how is the father?
I just think it's hard to maintain a household, period, if you are just in it alone as a woman. It's hard.
Correct.
Because again, I can't really speak from that perspective because, like I said, I had a stepfather around and my children's father is around.
Well, you know what's another difference with that too, though? Your stepfather was around, but you only had your one brother in the house, so it's mainly raising the women. Now, this is something I want to touch on. The single mothers with the sons. The single mothers with your sons. Is it harder? What is it that you really need the father there for? Because like I said, the guy that typed in, he said he feels as though single women can't raise a man.
Is it?
I still don't understand that. Because
we got a caller.
We have a caller. I just need to hear that.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling to Spark It Up. Who's calling?
Hello?
Hello?
This is that Joe that watching our live?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, let me turn my live down.
Yeah, turn your
dial down.
I need to hear this.
Perspective.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to see what y'all gonna pay for this job. Because I'm trying to figure out about a single mom perspective. Like, what you mean with the like the way you put it, the way you put the situation, like say what you said again. Her answer.
What part do you need to understand? Which part you asking about?
When she said that the man is in a household.
Okay.
And he not doing this for his.
So she said that her stepfather.
Listen. How is she a single mother because she's taking care of the kids financially and he's just in the house?
He's not taking care of them financially. That's the thing. He's just there. Yeah.
Listen. I say he's not taking care of the child financially, but he's still in the house.
Doing nothing.
All right, listen, you keep on saying, listen, you're what I'm saying. I'm not in that position because I take care of my kids, period.
Yeah, so you good.
Listen, I'm saying, it's still a, listen, let me out. Even if he's not doing nothing, it's still an advantage because it's still a male figure in their life. It's still a male figure in their life.
Well,
that's true. That part is true.
That's what I was saying.
Listen.
We listening, baby.
Listen.
Hear me out. And then if I ask the girl that was, listen, if I ask the girl that was, listen, with the girl with the relationship for 10 years.
Yeah.
He's not. She can't be a single mother because she got herself, her kids.
Who's in a relationship for 10 years? The other caller?
The girl that's talking about the kids. She just was.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
I know. Listen, what I'm saying is, she's cool because her kids been around their dad. It don't matter.
Absolutely, 100.
So she's not categorized in a single category. She's not herself a single wife because the dad is in and out.
That's why I said I don't.
So,
I don't. Consider
she said she don't consider herself as a single mother.
I don't consider myself a single mother.
She said she feels as though that's her womanly duties.
Exactly. I really don't have that much to say on this topic because I don't consider myself a single mother because my baby fathers are very active in my children's life. However, I also
That's more so for
stated
next
that
week, though.
As me being a woman, I feel like those are my duties. If I'm capable of doing those things, it is my job to make sure my children is okay. That's my job.
Correct.
Exactly.
And what I said was, being as though she said that's womanly duties and that's her motherly duties, you as fathers, I feel like y'all have a choice to come in and out their lives whenever we want, but we have to be here regardless.
Because listen, the right on there, I don't know how to be there because y'all carry the baby. Sometimes the baby has a weapon. We can't. And that's the thing.
That's what you call the
topic of next week.
But see, listen, next week is really going to be about Troll because next week is about fathers. So I don't really want to get into that. We ain't going into it today, baby. This is mothers. Don't try to take mothers. But it really is like no, we can't say use it as a weapon because that's this generation right now. That's these new mothers. Correct.
Like it was the back generation. Now listen, I'm gonna keep it a thing with you. I ain't gonna say my name because I'm heavy. But listen, I was in a position where I was in D&D for about 2 years, but I took care of my other daughter 8 years straight. My mom, she used the baby as a weapon, but I still was, listen, I wasn't in the baby life, but I still made a way to cut them checks for both of them kids. Now, she's quiet, and I come around a little bit more better. It's a time for anything to change when they do act like that. They don't need to leave the baby forever. You just gotta step off and do this.
Yeah.
Get right. Don't mean it's gonna take 6 years for you to get right. You should just be able to get right in a year or a little bit before that. I don't respect people that don't take care of their kids at all.
Right.
You just do what it was to the church. You know who you were fucking just like you.
Hey.
Don't disrespect. But females, no.
Don't be cussing on my thing now.
What's your name?
I ain't saying my name.
Okay, well.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Lord, let me ask you a question. So listen. First, I want to say we're gonna need you to call in next week because we are definitely dedicating next week to the fathers.
I need to hear your. I need you to be number one caller.
No, I'm not talking about no father's son. I can't tell them on Father's Day. I'm telling them today because it's all the situation.
No, we can't. We're not
why
going to switch the
call in
topic.
and talk about the woman, but you can't call in to give a perspective from a father's point of view.
You have a good point. You have a good point, but I feel as though you can go deeper next week.
I can't call them to
What do download faggots have to do with single mothers? Everybody is not you. Everybody plays their father role differently, boo.
Cause these niggas, listen, these niggas follow Instagram so damn gay.
No, oh my. Okay, listen.
All right, look, we gotta go. We gotta end this.
All right,
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Listen, it's like this. This is like this. Say I put a picture of my daughter on it, I'm popping.
Right.
You know, has a snitch. Yeah, I could have one picture of my daughter if I took my own picture. But he the type of boy that got a snapshot of picture and put it up. But he got a lot of followers from the kid to go get in the world. That's just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, it's real shit. But that's these niggas don't allow that to happen. Because you ain't trying to take care of the kid's first. So you got to look at them for this day.
Baby, we still talking about fathers.
Back on topic. I got a question for you. What do you consider a single mother?
That's the last question. That's all we need you to answer, and then we're going to end this. They going in. Yeah. Okay. Well, we really thank you. We thank you for your opinion because you made some points. You made some good points, Mr. Anonymous. But we gotta go right now, boo. You really put the spark and spark it up this morning.
Yes, he did.
You sparked us up this morning. But I want you to call in next week and give us your opinion about Father's Day. All right? What?
One more thing. Oh Lord!
All right, let's keep that same energy for next Wednesday. We want you to have a good morning, boo, and thank you for calling. Spark it up, all right? All right.
Oh my goodness. we didn't got it. I see. We didn't got it
up
lit
this morning.
He
okay?
done really sparked it up for us this morning.
Ooh, that hit a nerve.
We thank you for your call because we didn't hit a nerve. Oh my goodness. We're gonna go into a musical break. We got Snoop Dogg.
I need some music after that. He tried to house us.
He just tried to go in.
Who live he on? Mine or yours?
I don't know, but we just look. Listen, next week is gonna be lit. The men is gonna be in their feelings. It's gonna be lit next week.
He had to get up his chest. Let me cut it down because I'm heavy.
Yes,
he's heavy, okay?
Turn the music down.
Child, I got to go to the...
Why he just go in on us like that? It's right there. I'm trying to understand why he just went in on us like that. Next week is going to be crazy because we dedicating it to the fathers, but they probably going to go in and we ain't going to bash nobody. Lord have mercy. He just went in on us. He just went in on us. Yo. Huh? Oh yeah, they got more than one station. Wait, I'm not big.
He is too much.
I'm gonna bring out all the phone.
Yeah, you make sure you here for the father segment. We need you to call in, be the first caller. Because he was not playing with us,
Yo,
okay?
bro, what's up, bro? What it is, bro? What it is?
Okay.
And we're back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still kind of heated from that last conversation.
We're back from getting housed. He housed us. He did not want to get off that
He
subject.
just housed us. He just went on our next topic for next week, but we're going to go on to our third topic.
So, this last topic, he basically touched all bases, but I need, a different point of view. So, mother seems to be the 80% in all the kids' lives, while the father is still the remaining 20. Now, don't get me wrong. There are single fathers out there who is doing the whole 100%, and the mother is out of the picture. But we still feel as though that don't beat the single mother ratio. So, what do you think about that?
I honestly feel like the way our generation is set up now, I would have to say, and this is not bashing no moms, you got majority men raising their children today than you have women. So I don't agree with that ratio because I know a handful of men.
A handful. I know a handful too.
Full custody of their children, and the moms is like nowhere to be found, and they be like, "What is going on?" Like,
I guess this is another subject for next week, but I really need to know, how do that come about?
Yeah, we gonna touch more on that next week.
How can you just leave your child? So, okay, for the mothers, the ones that is single mothers, I want to know how. Yeah, what I just said. How did it come about? How did you become the single mother in the household? Like, was your baby father around and then he left, or was you single before your baby even came in the picture?
I honestly don't think that anybody has given us a real definition,
like a solid point,
a solid point
of a single
what's really
mother,
a single mom, because I don't know. Like, now my brain is working a little bit
because they're calling and like what the guy, the anonymous guy, just stated. Guys can come and go as they choose, and he was like, he feel as though she wasn't a single mother because he kept her quiet by coming around and giving her money. No.
Right. So but he did make a valid point. He said single mom is. So I have to take that back. A single mom is a mom that has completely no help.
No help at all.
Like no help at all. Like she's really footing everything.
Which the first caller said, because she had her mother. That still counts as a single mother. Let me see.
We have a
who's
caller.
Calling. Good morning. Thank you for calling Spark It Up. Who's calling? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, good morning.
Hey, good morning. I ask you a question one more time.
Oh, is you again?
No, this cool.
Okay, I was about to say, Mr. Anonymous. Good morning, bro. So, what's the question?
You said you were trying to figure out, you said you don't think nobody like really touched on the topic still as a single mother.
Just with no help at all, yes.
I need you to ask me the question one more time.
Ask you the question one more time?
Yeah.
Do you feel as though the single mother ratio, like the 80-20%, is basically 80% of the mothers that are single mothers? Do you feel as though there are more single mothers raising their kids in a household alone than there are fathers?
Yeah, I do feel like that. Like that, I don't think they're wrong about that, but I also think it's by choice. Like I think it actually is a lot of fathers out here.
It's a lot, yeah. But do you think it's more?
No, I get what he's saying.
Than women? Because she said she think that the men is overpowering, the single men is overpowering it now.
What he's saying is from a woman's perspective, a lot of women are single parents
by choice.
They choose to because.
Is it their choice or the father's choice?
I mean, 9 times out of 10, like I really can't say because, like I said, it depends on what type of situation you're dealing with. I feel like a single mother is like somebody that don't have moral support, financial support, that's actually like getting up, going to go do it by themselves all day, every day.
Right.
That's the single mother who has the help, like not at all.
Right.
Exactly. No help.
Like, if she's reaching out to the father, or she's trying to get help, or she's trying to involve the child in the family life, and they're denying the child,
That's by choice, yeah.
Right.
So she's choosing to be a single mother by
Well,
choice.
I
You're
actually
correct.
think that
You're
plays
correct.
into bitterness. I would have to say that plays into bitterness if they are a single woman by choice. Because I gotta say, I'm 30 now, but I have had my time of being bitter where I was like, you're
not seeing my child.
Yeah, you're not seeing my child. You ain't gotta do nothing like rock out, do whatever you gonna do. Like I could take care of them, X, Y, and Z. So, that just really changed the whole dynamic up because that's something I really, really can relate to because I've done it before. Like my first baby father, when he was in a relationship with somebody, I was like, my daughter's not going over there. And he was actively trying to be there. So, for me,
you pushed him away.
I pushed him away. And it's not like I ever stated to anybody like, oh, I'm a single parent. My baby father don't take care of my children. For me, it just was like, yo, go ahead. Like, you know what I mean? That's the bitterness, but that's the emotion aspect of it as well. Because when you're with somebody and y'all break up, that emotional attachment is still there. Especially if y'all have children. Go ahead, Kofi. What you say?
But you see, I don't mean to cut you off, but you see what you just said. You said you understood you was being bitter, but you said you never put it out there like that.
Exactly. Right.
The problem with a lot of the mothers, like the ministry,
Right.
they fucked up on our young females, and they don't have enough guidance. So the first thing they do is turn to throwing it out there or bashing the male. Not saying that in every situation a male is always right, because the same way there's plenty of males that's trying to be active, it's an even bigger amount of motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about their kids.
Right.
I just think it's all about being honest with yourself and being an adult and actually working with your child.
Exactly. Maturity.
Correct.
It takes time. We are evolving people. We evolve daily. So, it's just the fact of bringing it to the consciousness and being aware. Once you become aware of something, you're held accountable for it. Again, like I said, for me, that was something I went through. That's why I stated before that I don't consider myself a single parent. Me as a woman personally, those are my womanly duties to make sure that my children, okay. But I know a lot of people who scream that they that they are a single mother, but they be like, yo, if you see him like, oh, where your son at? Oh, he with his dad.
He with his dad. Then that's not a single mother because he's here and he's active.
Yeah, like how are you a single mother when the father is actively here?
Now, let me ask you this. Do you have children?
Yeah, I got a daughter.
Are you in the household with her mother or you guys share her and have your days?
No, that's what it is. It's like an FRG thing, but I believe Nisha was saying, that's the process. Like she going through the phase right now where I'm getting the internet bashing, I'm not around, I'm not active.
Right.
But just 2-3 months ago, or not even 2-3 months ago, just a couple weeks ago, it was, oh, you're the best father, you still look out for me and your daughter.
So that's the bitterness.
Not actually cut her off and was like, look, I can't deal with you. It's just about the child. Is when all the negativity started.
Right.
Right.
Because you don't want to be with her.
It's the mentality, So I feel like it's a process, Again, so we just went into. I want our followers to catch up for anybody just tuned in. What we're talking about right now, we talked about single parents, but we just shifted into a whole nother dynamic. So speaking about the mentality of single mothers, because again, you have mothers who are single mothers by choice because of the mentality. And again, I believe that's a process. When you're with somebody, having the children is a blessing, especially if y'all was together collectively in a relationship, y'all was an item, and then y'all branched off to not being an item, to being two individuals. That's an emotional process. Now, don't get me wrong. Not all women go through it. You have some women who are mature to be like, okay, we're not together. We can still co-parent X, Y, and Z. And then you also have the ones where it's like, all right, if we ain't together, you ain't seeing my baby, we not doing X, Y, and Z, because that attachment is not still there.
Right.
So, that I think that was just good. That was major.
That was good, but your feedback was really good, and I thank you, for calling in and giving us your perspective, because yours was different from the last caller.
Right.
He was bashing everybody.
Yeah.
And just putting it on him, but seeing from your
He's still kind of. He might be still in that stage where he hasn't matured yet. Like it might still be bothering him.
Yeah.
So you gotta let that pass through.
You gotta let that hurt go, and that was our topic last week, actually.
Yeah.
You gotta let that hurt go in order to move on. Right. All right. Well, we thank you for calling in, and keep listening. Okay.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Have a good morning. We appreciate it.
Spark it up.
Spark it up. You already know. Thank you.
So our caller just actually called in and gave us a whole nother dynamics. And, I can relate to that. I can really speak on those aspects of, being mentally prepared for things like that. Because as I do look back on life and different relationships that I have, or just people I know, they are single moms by choice. Because they may have been friends or associates that I know very well, and they be like, the dad wants to be around, or you know what? I have to say this: I have more male figures in my life than females, so
right.
I hear more male perspectives, like, yo, she won't let me see my baby. I want to see my baby. And they be like, well, what's going on?
And you know what? And I feel as though, okay, so I can't speak for everyone, because you know how they put, or where you was raised, like you just said, you had more male figures in your life. And also to separate that, you know how some people, they say we were raised in the hood and you were raised in the county or stuff like that. Now, do you think that when you were raised by a single mother in the hood compared to being raised by a single mother in the county, is your upbringing different? Or do you think we still act the same? Because remember, you were in the county and I was in the hood.
I would have to say yes, because I was raised in the hood, in the county. Like, I was living in the hood before I moved to the county.
Right.
And the living definitely was different. Back then when I was living in the county, it was like the dynamics was totally different. Like, the kids, and this is not to bash or disrespect anybody from the hood or the county or whatever the case may be. This is just from my observations of life. The kids in the county were more up to par. The parents took paid more attention of the children, paid more attention to the children versus to the parents in the hood. It was different. We got another call.
Wait, because I have to speak on something, being as though I'm a child from the hood, but let me see. Good morning. Thank you for calling Spark It Up. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Chanel.
Hi, Chanel. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
So, are you a single mother?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let me hear your perspective on how well you're doing. Is it hard, or is your other mate around?
It's very hard, but it's very rewarding. And no, my mate.
I like that. It's very rewarding.
Okay, so do you feel as though raising your first of all, how old is your child? That's what I want to know.
He's a year and he's 13 months.
Okay, 13 months. So do you think that it's going to get greater later? Is it hard now because he's a baby and you're like kind of by yourself, or do you feel as though you need your partner there with you to, make it complete?
No, I don't feel like I need my partner. I have a lot of family support.
Right.
But there are women out there that don't. So it is twice as much as harder for them. But I feel like as long as I have that family support, I'll be fine.
Okay, good.
So I have a question. So does that make you a single mom because you have family support?
That's like our first caller. She said when she had her child young, like when y'all had your child young, your parents was in your lives. I don't feel like we want to really depend on our family. Like, do you feel as though if you didn't have your family and your mom and everybody around, then you would just be like, I'm doomed?
I think that if I didn't have my direct family support, I think it would be harder, but I don't depend on it.
Right.
At the end of the day, I still have to work every day. I still have to do day in and day out things that he can't go with me all the time.
Right.
So that's why there is daycares or programs out there that are
a big help.
There to support that. Yes.
Okay. Well, see, I'm glad that some single mothers are calling in, because I feel like the single fathers are touching, they're touching bases, but it's from their point of view.
Right,
so it's like the single mother, like I need to see from the single mother's point of view, like how do you really feel in your shoes? And I can't really speak too much on it because Niche is a mother. I am just a godmother. So I don't really know the feeling of being a single mother, but from the outside looking in and raising a household with my mother being a single mother, I know sometimes it may get hard, but they try not to show it for us.
Absolutely. And I was raised in a single parent household. My mom had 5 kids. And I'm pretty sure it was times said she would lock her door and cry by herself, but we never seen her cry.
Right.
So it does have its times where it's difficult, but at the end of the day, when I come home and I see him, that erases out of my mind.
Right.
Well,
All
we
right. Well, I
appreciate
thank you for
call.
calling in, Chanel, and your advice was good. I hope a lot of other single mothers are out there listening, and stay listening. Okay. Thank you for calling.
All right, y'all have a good day.
You
All right. You too.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who's calling?
They hung up.
Oh well.
Sorry, we had another call on the line, but they hung up.
So
So yeah, I really
That was
appreciate
good.
her
That
input
was-
as far as
yeah.
a single mother. But back to what we were talking about as far as being raised by.
oh,
your
so
mom
being a
and-
single, yeah. So my mother was okay. Let me correct this. My father was around, but he was what I talked about, in and out. And we lived on 52nd. I'm from 52nd and Greenway. My dad from 53rd. So he was one of those that was in and out, raised in the hood. I feel as though my mother raised me right, but going outside, I learned bad things on my own.
Right.
Let me see who's calling. Good morning. Thank you for calling Spark It Up Radio. Who's calling?
This is Patricia. Hello,
Hi. Hi, godmother.
Spark it up in Philly.
Spark it up.
Calling all the way from Jersey. Hey, mom.
Hey, how y'all ladies doing with y'all new Spark It Up?
We're doing good.
amazing. We nervous, but
So
we
so
doing
so
good.
listen, Mom, I'm glad you're on the line. So we're talking about mothers and single mothers in the household, and we were getting on me and Niche. Now, Tanisha was saying how, you raised her in the household, but she had her stepfather around. Do you still consider that as you being a single parent with Tanisha, or you had your husband's help? So is the difference?
Well, I want to say at that time, it was a help in regards to being a provider of the family with my husband.
Okay.
So he was a provider to the family. But as we all of it, when we are parents, when we're parents for the first time, we don't know everything, so we had to learn as we go. So we had our ups and downs, but yet he provided for the family. And then we would always take our children out. We spent a lot of time with our children. And we went on vacations every year. We went on trips. Parenting is a broad field. So you have to adjust to each child. So as I said, we had our ups and downs, but yet, as a step parent, he was a great provider.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say, I told the listeners, Mom, I said, I feel like, I don't feel like I was raised in a single family home, but the things that my mother did, it instilled more in me than anything. I don't bash the fact that my baby fathers are not in the household with me, but my mother taught me as a woman. I stated to them that it's my job to take my children to the dentist, take my children to the doctors, because those are things that my mom did always.
Right.
So, I don't consider myself a single parent, but I just feel those duties, another woman may consider that as being a single parent. I just consider those duties as a mom. And, I just want to thank you, Mom. I love you so much for instilling those things in me.
Listen, I love you. I love you, Miss Pat, for being a second mother to me. You opened your doors to me because you already know how we used to be. So,
Like I said, we had our ups and downs. But
yes.
We still remain to be a family.
Right.
And y'all know I work in the medical field.
Right.
And I'm just going to say this. A lot of people that come and bring their children to the hospital. I work in virtual ward. He's radiology. Hey, look, it be the dads. It be more than dads.
Yeah.
In this
I just want
generation.
to say the tables have turned. Look, parenting is a mother and father's job, period.
Right.
Right.
As
It's
one.
in your heart to spread out your wings and know about your children and their health and how they feel and stuff like that. That is a mother and father's job.
Correct.
It's good when you have both parents. But even if you just have one parent, that parent is doing their job in regards to instilling great values in that child and to grow up and to be a successful citizen in society. They did an excellent job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I
Yes.
just want to say I'm proud of you ladies. Keep
Thank
doing
you,
what you're
Mom.
doing.
Thank you, Miss Pat.
Keep some spark in our lives.
Yes, we do, especially in the morning.
Keep that joy going on, and y'all going to be very successful.
Thank you. We love you.
Thanks for calling
Love
in.
y'all, and y'all have a great day, okay?
You too.
Spark it up.
Spark it up.
That was my mom calling in. Oh, she is like my number one supporter.
Right.
She supports me through everything. And, you know, I have given her a run for her money.
So back to what I was saying. What's the number? So back to what I was saying. Me being raised in the hood, you know, you was born in the hood, but your mother took you to the county and you was raised in the county. Me, I was born in the hood. I was raised in the hood, 52nd and Greenway, still on 52nd and Greenway. Now, what I was saying was my dad was in and out.
Right.
You know, it was just me and my sister, and my dad only lived on 53rd. And, you know, I'm from 52nd. That's only a freaking block away.
Right.
We would call him, you know, he'll say he's coming to get us, and we'll be waiting by the window for hours, crying. He never come. And, you know, we have to run and cry, and our mom have to pick up the slack. My mom always had to pick up the slack. And it's a very touchy subject for me because my dad could do no wrong in our eyes. I'm getting emotional.
Come on, please don't cry.
But
let it out.
it's like, our mom is all we have.
Right.
And, you know, I love my dad, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't there, you know, and it's like.
Shout out to Miss Donna right now. Shout out to Miss
because I know my
Donna.
mom watching. I'll mess my makeup up. I'm sorry. But listen, my dad, this is what I'm trying to say. I still call my mom a single mom because it was just me and my sisters in the house. My dad, he wouldn't come for days, or, you know, when he come through, we'll be so happy to see him because we don't get to see him like that. Right. But he feel as though he was in our lives because he cut the check.
Right.
Once every freaking year or something like that. But we have another caller. Let me take this call.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Spark It Up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Hey, I just want to sound off what y'all was talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, as far as for the single mothers, I consider myself a single mother. Yeah, I had a child. I was young, doing stuff you weren't supposed to do, and all of that. But I don't know. I think it depends on different households. I mean, my mother and father, they picked up the slack because at that time I was 15 years old.
Okay.
I was younger. But his father, he lives in a different state.
Okay, so that you know that I know that dynamic's definitely gotta be hard for the baby father to live in a whole nother state. So yeah, I salute you for that, and I would consider myself a single parent as well too.
And
so
also, like, I'm still older. I just turned 23 a couple weeks ago, and it's still kind of hard. My mom, I'm still learning things from her.
Right.
It's like you just gotta have a lot of patience, and
right.
I'm a boy at that.
Yeah.
So boys, they need father figures.
They need father figures, exactly. So
that's why I'm glad that he does have his grandpa.
So yeah, that's what I was about to say. Do he have he do have a father figure in his life, right? So you said you do consider yourself as a single mother because he's in a different state. Do he, do he at least try to call or FaceTime or?
No,
none of that. So yeah,
that's definitely single mother status.
Yeah.
That's definitely single mother status, and I feel for being because you're young, and I don't think that the age should. Excuse me, I don't think the age should make a difference because whether you're old, young, had your baby when you were 16, anything like that, I feel as though you laid down together.
Right.
And you should be bringing this child up together. Okay, he live in a different state. It's the summertime now. School about to be out. Send for my child. Let him come stay with me for a while.
And
or
that's one thing I always want to tell my parents. Like, I didn't never want them to think it was their fault. It was my own being. I know what I was doing stuff I wasn't had no business. And I just wanted to be the responsible adult and take that action.
So let me ask you a question. So
Some
do you?
people think, when you're young, your parents, and I'm not the one. Listen, when you're younger, when you become a parent, it's a lot different.
Yeah, and things change.
There's a lot of sacrifices that you got to make.
Exactly.
But I'm willing to do that if I want to give my son a better life.
Exactly. Yep. And that's, I just needed to hear from, a real single mother because, you you're going through it right now.
Yeah.
And I
And
don't want to bash the fathers and all that either because
it's not all fathers. Yeah, it's not all fathers.
Go through the same role like the single mothers do.
Right.
Right.
And I'm gonna definitely touch
And
on
we're
that
gonna say
next
this again.
week.
We are not bashing the men.
We're not bashing them in because
Next
we
week
have
is
fathers.
dedicated
We
to
you
y'all.
know
We
we
are
have
not
fathers that
bashing
does
y'all.
that.
Listen to the other caller. I'm like, he's going in.
He going in. He trying to house us. He must be a
was trying to take our
father that
hands
can't see his
clean
child.
off.
Okay, but I think
You got mothers. Listen.
what.
I see on Instagram all of that. You wonder, I'm like, where's their child at? I'm like, they just had a baby.
Right, and you still out in the
I
street.
wish I could do that. I wish I could be that mom, but
You more the you.
say I gotta support Aiden.
Yeah, it's the maturity level, and just like she stated earlier, it's about the bitterness too, because you have some people that post on Instagram like, "Oh, my baby father ain't this, he ain't that, he don't." That's because he don't want to be with y'all. That's why. So you being a single mother by choice. If he can't be with me, then you holding a baby over that man's head, and I don't think that's fair, because then you have some women like yourself that wants their child father to be in their life, and they can't be. So I just think that it got to do with maturity and it's bitterness. But
What's your name again, baby?
Brittany.
Brittany.
All right, we're gonna talk to you later. Thank you for calling.
Is she still there?
She hung up. I think Brittany hung up.
Oh, okay.
So
I just want to tell the listeners that I appreciate all you kings and queens for tuning in to listening to Spark It Up Morning Show. Again, this is your girl, Tanisha Nicole.
and this is Nira.
We're going to go on another musical break. And
We'll be right back.
Listen to YFN Lucci, who I did it for.
Why the hell I started crying?
It's all right. It's going to be a lot of
What
things.
the heck I
Next
start
thing
crying
I'm
for?
talking to, co-parenting.
That's because I called my dad yesterday to put my air conditioner in and he ain't come. You better get on this live because you pissed me off, Dad. You know what? You make me mad.
Talk about co-parenting
But you know
one
what?
time.
Now as though I'm older, he's around more because he need us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got to do with
Blended
fathers. Now that me and my sister are older.
Blended families co-parent. What else?
Now that my
The effects of society.
I still ain't get my freaking what I wanted to say out. Oh
We can come
yeah,
back.
but it's just basically like what I was saying, you know, raised in the hood. But it's like your mother treats you. My mother raised us right.
The streets.
She raised us. What the hell I started crying for, girl? I was about to get on my dad. Yeah, he lucky he at work because he usually be, you know, piss me off.
It's 11:13. We doing good.
That's low, or is it just low for us? I'm gonna call my dad after this. I'm like, you know what? I hope you was listening because you messed my makeup up, sucker. Still ain't put my air conditioner in. But like I said, yeah, that's for next week. Cause like you said,
Yeah, that's what I said. Next week we're going to
my dad. No, I was
Oh, no,
raised by raised by my dad. By my mother and my dad's mother. My grandparents were excellent. They were our second home. It's my dad on his own. It's him on his own. In his heart, he feels as though he's a good father because he comes and he takes us places and he cuts checks sometimes. But there, physically, helping my mother, no. And we were only a block away, so no.
Next week.
Yeah, first of all.
We're giving away 2 T-shirts for the men. It's going to say Fathers Matter. So,
Should we bring a father in? Like, do we
fathers that want to
do we have any real? Do we have any single fathers? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Do we have any single
That wanna
single
come in and
fathers
bring
that
a
would like to
guest
be a guest next week?
Because it's going to be lit next week.
I feel as though this is gonna be juicy. We probably get called and get housed again, but whatever the case may be. Man, what are you talking about?
Yo, bro, what's up? You in here? All right, you in here?
I need two. I need two.
leave.
We need two. I need two from different
Text your
perspectives.
phone when we out here, when we get out of here.
I need a father who's in their child's life, but the mother have it, yeah, and then I have another one who's just a single father by himself. I have him also.
Yeah, we're gonna be lit next week.
Make sure y'all hit the DM if you want to be a guest next
so
week
we
for
can just give
fathers.
them the
Hit my
shirts.
DM.
Bro, you want text me your size so I can bring you a shirt that say Fathers Matter, and you
Yeah.
gotta get his shirt size so I can.
Yeah.
One.
It's
And
a
then we
juicy
can get
topic, okay?
So then you wanna
Okay.
do- we can do if you want to give away a free lunch with us for Father's Day. Like we can take them to lunch somewhere.
Fathers.
Yeah.
It should have been this. Mothers. Ooh.
Oh well, yeah, we should have.
We could do that like.
Oh no, we could say if you call in before 12 o'clock, we take you out for a few mothers lunch. You got to call in before
11:30.
If you call,
11:30. Any single mother.
11:30. Any single mothers call in by 11:30.
The third caller at 11:30. The third caller at 11:30 will have a single mother's lunch with us on us.
Anywhere you want to go.
Third caller. Single mothers. 11:30.
Third caller. Free lunch.
Free lunch on us.
So, for all our listeners, all the mothers, this is what we're doing for you guys this week. The third caller that calls in gets a free lunch with us anywhere you want to go.
Your choice. Free lunch. 11:30.
Free lunch. Call in at 11:30. The third caller.
Yes. So back on this single mother subject. As the last caller, Brittany, as she stated, y'all get lunch. As she stated, her baby father lives out of town,
in another state.
But he still don't reach out. He don't reach out. You know, she said he don't send kites.
Text,
he don't do anything.
Nothing. And I think that right there will be a hard pill to swallow. Me personally, I probably wouldn't be able to fill her shoes. You know, that's a lot. Like I can't. You know, like I said, I have my bitter times where, you know, I told my baby fathers, "You not seeing my child," but I don't know how I would feel if they actually was like, "I don't want nothing to do with your kid." I don't know what I would have did. I probably would have went crazy.
That would break my heart because I feel as though we did this together.
Yeah.
Like we made this baby together, and for you to just leave me here, and I'm not talking about like Brittany per se, like with her situation, but just period. It's like, how we gonna have this baby and then you just leave me? But I'm not gonna abort my child, and that goes back to the very first topic. Regardless as if the father wants to be here or not, we are here.
Exactly.
Like we still have to be mothers. And listen to me speaking like I am a mother, but I feel it in my soul because I am a godmother, and I watched my god sister and my best friend go through a lot.
Right.
And regardless of if the baby father passed away, the baby father moved away, you pushed them away by choice. At the end of the day, you're still single, a single mother. Now, Tanisha, on the other hand, like she said, her first baby father, he was around. You know, they was together for 10 years. Now, she was pushing him away because of her bitterness, and she was younger. Now, as we get older, you know, he's around. They're doing more. They're doing a lot of good co-parenting.
Yeah, we like best friends now.
Yeah, they're cool. And they also have a male figure in their, like, they still have a male figure in their life.
Right.
So,
but again, like
wait, that's a question. Now, I don't know if we spoke on that or not, but, okay, so we said the single parent, talking about, you know, your child's father, but they have a male figure in their life. That's not considered a single parent because it don't have to be their father or not. It's still a male figure in their life, correct?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, me personally, I can't really be empathetic with being a single parent because I don't fit those shoes. However, I feel like if you do have support, a male figure or anything in those sort, financial support or whatever, you're not a single parent. Okay,
so listen, Kof right here on live, he said, answer this. I'm moving at the end of the month. Would that be considered leaving her to be a single mother? Okay, this is my opinion. Physically, yes. But like financially, keeping in contact, still doing everything that you were doing when you were here, your child just not seeing you face to face, I feel as though no. Because your child still knows who you are. You have some single parents who have kids and their child is gone and they don't know who their dad is.
Now, I would have to say,
do you think that she still has to be a single mother?
If I was in that situation, me as a mother or even if I was a father, I would take the necessary steps to make sure that I'm still seeing my child no matter where I'm at. I don't care if I'm overseas or whatever the case may be.
We FaceTiming.
Meaning that if I gotta go to court and we gotta split it every 3 months or 6 months or you get her half of the year and I get her half of the year or whatever the case may be, I'm still going to see my child.
And that's what I just said to the last caller. He don't even send for his child.
Right, it don't matter where I'm at. Like, no, I'm going to make the necessary moves to see my kids. Like, that's just, I couldn't, like, again, it's hard at times, but I couldn't imagine life without my babies. Like, no, it's not, it wouldn't, you know, again, like if I was to plan to move somewhere, I would make the arrangements. Like I said, we would have to have some type of arrangement.
Yeah, like you're gonna
Like
get them in the
something.
summer. I'll have them during school year.
Or if I would have to
Something.
come up here like every 2 months or every 3 months or whatever the case may be to spend that. Because this is the thing with children. Physical appearance is needed. It's needed. It's a must. Emotional support is needed. It's a must. A lot of children who lack those things have a lot of issues in society, and society is their parent. Did anybody hear that?
Repeat it, because I don't think they heard you.
Children need physical appearance. They need emotional support. Because if you don't give those things, that the human brain cannot survive without that.
Right.
If you have a functioning brain, you cannot survive without not even just a functional brain. People need that, period. So with that being said, if you don't do it, they're going to get it from somewhere. And what's outside of the shield of the parenting, which is the household, is society. So that means that society is going to raise your child.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. You got some cases where those things are all given, and the child, as everyone is an individual, where they, go out and seek certain things because we all have a curiosity mind. But I feel like me as a parent, if I don't give my kids that, I feel like I felt them.
Yes.
I felt them. Like, as long as I give that to them, I know that I'm doing my part. But that's needed. That's a must.
Now, do you think that goes back to saying we need our mothers more than our fathers? Like, we need our mothers. Like, it's like we love our fathers too, but it's like we clinging to our mothers more.
See, when I speak, I only can speak from my experience. Anything that I say out of my mouth, I want everybody to know that it's my experience.
Right.
I went through this firsthand. So it's real for me. This is realistic.
No, wait.
This is a serious question, and I really have to say that.
Wait, go ahead.
Growing up for me, like I said, my mom is a strong woman.
Right.
Like, my mom didn't fold no matter what. I remember when me and my mother and my brother was living in the shelter, my mom got up, and if anybody didn't read my book, this is in my book. My mom got up every single morning, bathed us, clothed us, fed us, took us to the babysitter, and went to work. But for me personally, anybody that knows me, my biological father was not around. So I craved that. Like, that was something I wanted. And my mom took care of us, but no, like, I wanted my dad. Like,
right.
I wanted my father to be around. But, that's our next week topic. Next week will be dedicated to the fathers.
Single mothers, make sure you call in by 11:30 to get this free lunch.
Call in by 11:30 to get your free lunch. Next week's topic is dedicated to the fathers. We will have 2 guests, and they will get a shirt that says "Fathers Matter." Shout out to the fathers. Woo woo. But yes, I wanted my dad around. Like, I love my mom to death, but that was something. And, I'll go into more details next week because we're talking about fathers. So it's going to be a little bit emotional because I'm really, when I speak from the soul. Notice I didn't say the heart. I said the soul.
The soul.
But, yeah.
So, no, I was just, still thinking about what the last caller said. And we have someone on live. Like I was saying, he said he's moving at the end of the month. And he said a lot of his friends and people are telling him, like, so you just going to leave your daughter like that? He don't feel as though he's leaving her as a single mother because he said he still want to arrange visits.
That's what
he still want to have FaceTime. So I don't necessarily think that's going to be single mother status unless she does it by choice. Like, if she feels some type of way that you're moving, so now she feels as though she want to keep the child away from you, then that's single mother by choice. Right. So we're going to go into this musical break, and we're looking for caller number 3 right now. All the single mothers, lunch on Niche and Nira. Anywhere you want to go, it's on us. Call in now.
We're going to listen to K. Michelle, Mother's Prayer.
You stop streaming?
No, that's supposed to be on. When it say press to talk, if I turn it off, it's going to turn our mic off.
We're doing good.
So that's why I said when we come back, I'm going to discuss our following, like what we're going to talk about again next week, even though I just said it, I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to do a show recap.
Of what we all just
Everything we just talked about. And then
we're going to take that caller, and then we'll do this.
Yeah, then we're going to say, because it's 11.
It ain't. It's only 11:25. No, that's called. No, I'm gonna say call number.
Call number one.
Sorry, you're calling number one. That's how it go. That's how it go.
Is it how it go? That's caller number 2. They calling number 2.
Caller number 2.
Caller number 3.
No, it ain't 11:30 yet.
That's caller number 3 though.
It ain't 11:30 yet. You gotta wait till 11:30, and then we're gonna do it. So whoever calls at 11, when I answer at 11:30.
We gotta get the songs for next week. 'Cause I don't have no songs.
I do. I got some. I'll just send them to you, and you just
just
do
send me
it
the
how
names.
you do.
Text me the names.
Yeah.
So I don't have them.
They hanging up and calling back. Hanging up and calling back.
No, we gonna go back. We gonna go back on live and then the phone gonna ring and then we gonna say.
Yeah, I need to get who's the caller, and I gotta get the
what date and time. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. The last song is Carrie Underwood. That's our ending song. We got
It's almost time to call.
Hey, Michelle, got a song?
Yeah, Chase. That's what you said. I love you, Chase. Is that 11:30? Because that clock might be. What do that phone say?
Right. So this is all clean. It's all wrong and ugly. Well, we gotta get this together. So if whoever coming in next week, we gotta have it. This is just for all.
When this song go off, then that's when I answer the phone. Like, who's
No,
this?
we gonna come back in and say.
No. When we come back in, that's when I get the answer. Because I'm like, thank you for this fucking one show. Who's this? And then you're gonna say, I'm like, so you're calling number 3.
Like I did it all wrong. I had to start off. See.
Yeah, we doing good.
I wasn't.
When you get off the when the song go off, that's when we're gonna come back like that. All right, so we're back.
One more minute.
And we'll take caller number 3. You told them anywhere they want to go, child. They gonna try to get us to some freaking Fogo de Chao and Chart House and all that other stuff.
Not going to the Chart House. Good night.
I used to deliver to the Chart House, and I swear to God, I do not want to eat there no more. Like we used to deliver in a back way, and that smell got to me so bad. I'm letting y'all know the stuff that y'all don't know at the Chart House.
So we back, y'all, and we about to have our third caller. Who's it?
All right, let's see. This is
It's ringing.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Spark It Up. Who's calling?
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Please.
Well, you're calling number
so
3.
you're calling number 3. Congratulations. Congratulations. You just won a Mother's, even though it's a late Mother's Day, you just won a Mother's Day lunch on Nisha Nera to any place you desire.
Hello.
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you guys.
Yes, so you just won a Mother's Day lunch on Nisha Nera for any place you desire.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Queen. No problem.
And what you say your name was?
Lease.
Leash? You said leash?
We can't hear you, boo. Leash.
Yeah, leash. Okay, so Leash, this is what we're going to have you do right now.
I'm going to need you to go to, who are you following? Are you following Nisha Nera?
Yeah.
So go to my Instagram page and DM me all your information. And when the show is over, I am going to give you a call back with a date and a time for when this will be set up. But did you have any opinions on today's topic? Did you want to speak on today's topic as being a single mother?
Well, I liked everything that you guys said.
Thank you.
And I love you guys. I know you guys personally, so when you find out who I am, you're gonna know.
I think I already know. I think I already know who it is. But I'll get a real good idea when you go to the DM.
Okay.
But we thank you for tuning in. But go ahead. What do you have to say about it?
So for like I'm not really a single mom because I have my baby father there with me, supporting me and everything like that. So, but I do give all the props to all the single moms that I do know.
Right.
And they work really hard, and they go through a lot, and they talk to me, and I try to give them advice, and I try to help out as much as I can. And you know, I know it's hard out there, so I feel grateful that I do have support.
Right.
And that's all I got.
Well, I salute you for being a strong mother, even though you have your child's father in your life. It still takes, a village.
Absolutely.
And I feel like where one lacks, the other one picks up. And it would be nice if, I know that you said you have him around. If he's around, it would be nice to hear his feedback next Wednesday so I can hear how he feels about being in the household as a father also.
Yes.
That would be good for y'all to call in next Wednesday too, okay? So thank you for calling and thank you for tuning in, and make sure you go to the DM and leave your information for your free lunch, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Have a good morning.
You too.
All right, so excuse me, you guys were saying that it was only 11:29. It is 11:30 here on our computer, and we have to go by the time that we have here. It's 11:32 now.
But it's okay because we will have a lot of things that we will have that will be given away. We have some tickets coming up. We gonna always have something. We're gonna always have something. So this is not the first time that we'll be giving things away. I just want to recap about today's show. Today's show, we talked about single mothers. The dynamics of being a single mother, how the struggle is with raising children in a single mother's household, bills, etc., things like that. Even though we touched on a little bit of our topic that we're going to talk about next week, which is dedicated to the fathers.
Make sure you guys call in next week. Don't feel bad. I see all you guys on there like, oh, we don't get no lunch or we don't get this.
Yes.
We got y'all next week.
Yes.
This is for the mothers right now, our single mothers that's out here pushing. And I feel as though we want to treat them. They may not get appreciated as often. They probably feel like they want to shut the whole world out. So there's just a little small token of appreciation from us to them.
Yeah, so we got something for you guys too. So don't worry. We did not forget. We're not singling anybody out. This is not a biased show. We're gonna, we're gonna come from different angles. It's not gonna just be a sexist thing about women, a sexist thing about men. We're gonna, this is real. Like I said, this is from the soul right here.
Yes.
Again, like I said, next week will be dedicated to the fathers. We will have specific topics that we're going to talk about. It's going to be juicy because even though the men might not want to admit it, they're a little bit more emotional than us.
Mm-hmm.
So
they are. The guys get a little more. Y'all heard that anonymous caller. Y'all heard him. He was getting his feelings. He didn't want to hang up. He said,
he was like, listen.
He said, listen, because I'm heavy right now. I don't care about these single mothers.
But we appreciate that king. Shout out to that king for calling in and giving his...
Taking the time out.
We appreciate you. You made my morning. I'm not even going to lie. You made my morning.
He put the spark and spark it up.
Yes, he did. He was like, I'm going to light this and it's going to get lit. Okay? Because he made it lit.
Next week it's still going to reflect off of this topic, but the roles are going to change. It's going to be about the fathers. And we're going to have the two guests in here because I need a male. Yeah, I need... from the male's point of view, but we need a male that's 100% single father. Like, the mother is not around. You're taking care of your kids. And then we need somebody like you, bro. We need somebody that is in their child's life. They're not in the same household as their child, but you're in your child's life. You're co-parenting with your child's mother. And I need both of you guys sitting in this seat right here looking at us. I don't need you calling in, housing us. I need you here in these seats because I want to hear it from you. It's going to get real because it's going to be a debate.
I just want to say that I appreciate all the kings and queens that tuned in and listened to me and Nera. We really appreciate the support. In today's day and age, it's so hard to get people that actually support you and believe in your vision. I just really want to tell y'all again, I appreciate y'all. Like, thank you so much.
We really do appreciate this support. And being as though, I mean, last week we aired, but it was just a test run for those that was listening. But today is really day one. And I thank you for taking your time out, listening to us.
Patient with us.
Being patient, we started a little late or whatever. I thank you for giving your feedback from the single mothers, see even the single fathers that called in. This is, it's only gonna go up from here.
Exactly.
And day one was a success.
And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I have to be honest. And this is Tanisha Nicole speaking right now. Anybody that's listening that knows me personally know I'm far from a shy person.
But she was nervous, you guys. She was really nervous because the cameras was rolling and they're looking at us. But it started getting deep because we're talking about topics that we can relate to. Exactly. And that's basically what it is. It's from 10 to noon. This is to start your morning up. We are here to spark your morning up. For those that waking up, you feel like you don't want to go to work. You feel like you're tired. You don't feel like taking your kids to the babysitter, or you just feel like you don't feel like going through the day with whatever your problems is, and that's why you need to tune into us every morning so we can put a little spark in your morning.
Yes.
So, again, we want to thank you all for tuning in. The support is real. The love is real. This is just the beginning. Next week is going to get even juicier. It's going to get even deeper. My sister Niche, we've been through a lot, and we're going to get on that. But for all the single mothers that called in, I salute you guys. I want you guys to keep pushing. I don't care if the baby father pops in your life today or tomorrow. You still do what you need to do.
And I just want to take this time out to really sincerely give a shout out to my mother, Patricia Ann Harris.
And my mother, Donna. You don't want us to put your whole government out there, but I see you watching. I want to give a shout out to my mother, Donna, as well. My mother and her mother, like I said, me and Tanisha are close. We was raised together. Like, that's why we call each other sisters. When I say a true definition of a strong mother, I see their names. Yeah. Like, their names are there. Like, they raised us. It don't matter how. And that's another thing. Our mothers, they raised us very well in the house. Wow. But we stepped off the street. We jumped off the porch. And we started acting up.
Yeah, we wasn't on the street.
So I don't want to put that on our mothers, like saying that it's single mothers' problem. No, because they raised us very well. And I give them all the props. But when we jumped off the porch and we got a little taste of the street, and me coming from where I come from got a little taste of the hood,
the county.
Yeah. I done had enough of the hood with my single mother, with my mom telling me, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. Okay, well, I'm going to take it to the county. I'm going to take it to Tanisha hood there. So every weekend I was at Tanisha house acting like I wasn't raised by my mother, acting like I wasn't raised correctly.
I got to share a story with y'all. So, like I said, it's 18 years of friendship. But we used to, out in the county, we used to have, but we had both of us had boyfriends out in the county.
And they were best friends.
Yeah, they was best friends. We was about probably 16 years old, right? And my room was in the back of the house. So he literally lived one door down.
And my boyfriend lived across the street.
It was a house and then his house. So, at night when we couldn't, when we had to come in the house, we couldn't go back outside and we couldn't use the phone no more, right? So we had this call. And we knew what the call was. So, they would come to the window and they'd be like, call.
Right, calling us.
Call. We knew what the call was. We'd come to the window and we would sit at the window, literally at the window, and talk to them for hours. I'll be at one window and Chanel would be at the
acting like
window.
A fool.
And when we used to get caught, my mom used to be like, Chanel, Tanisha, get out that window.
Y'all some ghettos. I ain't raised y'all like that. Y'all some ghetto people.
But, as I look back now on that, it's so funny. We used to be so mad. I used to be like, I'm so embarrassed. But
we used to be mad. We used to be bad. Like I just said, we act like we wasn't out here being raised right.
Yes.
And I don't want to put that on our mothers because we was raised
very well.
You couldn't tell me that I didn't have any new sneaker that was out, any new clothes that was out. My hair stayed there until I went to hair school and learned how to do my own hair, and it still stayed there. So it don't matter if my mom didn't have a dime in her pocket, she would never let that mess show. She never let it show. She was too strong for that. And You know, I salute my mom, and I salute Miss Pat, because I done seen her go through it as well. She got tired. She cussed us out. We had to sit outside on the porch we had to sit on the step for hours because she just had to take a breather. And I know a lot of y'all single mothers need that. Y'all need to take a breather, and that's the reason for this lunch that we're giving to this single mother, so we can get you know, we want to talk to you one-on-one and, like, you know, take a breather, take a break from life, take a break from all the things that you're going through, whether your child is in daycare, whether your child is at his, you know what? The fathers may not get their child, but the fathers, a lot of the fathers, mothers get it.
Shout out to the grandmoms.
Yes.
Shout out to the grandmoms.
The grandmoms do a lot. They pick up the slack where the fathers don't.
Yes, it's a lot of good on the opposite side of the family, meaning the father's mothers. It's a lot of good grandmoms. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be doing your thing.
And we can't even bash them, because I know for a fact half these guys, like I know a lot of guys who have kids, but they still out here doing them. And I know that they wasn't raised like that. Y'all wasn't raised like that, and making, if it's by choice or not, making your child mother be a single mother is not a good look. If you even if you don't have $1 in your pocket, just like Niche said earlier, that physical appearance, kids need that. Like, I would have rather saw my dad every day just to give him a hug. I'm like, oh, come on, Dad, let's go play catch, let's go walk to the park, than my dad pulling up saying, oh, here go $5, go get a water ice, go get a pretzel, and take off. No, I'd rather you just sit on the porch with me and have a deep conversation than to just stop by and give me money. Exactly. Like, we need that.
Well,
but
I want to thank everybody for listening to Spark It Up Morning Show. We broadcasting live at Philly Hot Radio.
Make sure you tune in next Wednesday. Yeah, for putting us on. We the new kids on the block.
We the new kids on the block for having us on here.
We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
But we definitely added some spark.
We gonna spark it up.
Spark it up. Spark it up.
Again, I want to thank everybody. We will be broadcasting live every Wednesday,
10 to noon,
10 a.m. until noon. Again, this is your girl Tanisha Nicole,
and this is your girl Nira. We'll be right back after this musical.
We won't be back.
Yes, we will.
No, we won't.
It's 11:42. We can come back. Okay, well.
You're not coming.
Anywho,
that was an argument that y'all didn't hear.
Anywho, please call in next Wednesday, guys. Like, I really want to hear your father's point of view.
Okay.
Because y'all was hot today.
Y'all was hot. So we need y'all to call in next week. Now, I just want to say this. If it don't apply, let it fly.
And if you have any topics that you want to touch on, or y'all feel as though y'all want us to touch on, any topics, any opinions you have, hit my DM, hit her DM, whoever following who, hit us up on Instagram. I_am_Tanisha_Nicole with 2 E's, or I_am_Nira. Hit the DM, give us your opinions, and let us know what you think about today's show.
Again, we appreciate y'all.
I thought you were going to say your own quote.
I said it already in the beginning.
The big one.
No, we won't do that when we. That's the we
We
talk about.
got 15 minutes.
I know, no, we gonna be done. We started late. I ain't got no more songs, so we just gonna after this song go.
We started late though. We started late. I told her it ain't noon.
No, I know, but we don't have no more. I don't have no.
We got any song. We can still play other songs from them over there.
We already closed out. That's all right.
Well, we're done, y'all.
Our time is gonna be like 55,
so. Bro, you one of them that's coming. So Tanisha got your information, or send Tanisha your information, and then I have the other one who is a completely single father. I said, is this yours or mine? I said single father, completely single father who has his kids, 100%. So I need both of you guys here so I can hear from both of y'all point of view. I need to know why he's a single father, like by himself. And, you already called in and told me a little bit about yours, but we're going to bring you here. Thank you, bro. It's a wrap. Day one is a wrap. Sparky it. Oh, yeah. Make sure y'all follow Identity Crisis. Let me get the whole fit. Identity Crisis. That's Niche Line. Make sure y'all follow it. Cop up. She got her own boutique. And if it's something that you don't see, she gonna order it. Or she gonna make it like she made this. Is we offline also? Like off the air, off streaming?
When it's on fat.
I thank y'all for tuning in and calling in and paying attention and everything. I have to go check my DM for leash information, so we can get I think I know who it is. I think it's light skin leash. It's just on here. I think it's the one that be Russia. I'll check. I'm gonna check. But we're gonna post that too. We're gonna post the outing that we have with Leash.
See, my time was 4:50. 11:50.
My birthday coming up, you guys. June 24th.
We gotta have our songs in order. We gotta make sure we got enough songs. Even
Like put a lot on there so we can just click on them. Yes. I had told you, but I have a lot on my phone. Like
you gotta send me the titles so I can put them.
Just put them on there. Okay, so I'm gonna send you the titles for next week.
So I can put it on the
But like I said, they all really don't necessarily have to be fathers.
No, it has to be related to the
But
fathers,
it just could be like
just
something.
makes it
Yeah.
better.
You know what else? That one song that Beyonce like to be like my daddy.
Yeah,
that one. There's no one else. Yeah, that, and then you could have the one where
We
to
went to
dance
Center.
with my father, again, whatever the hell it is called. I'm gonna look for it. All right, I'm getting off live. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll catch y'all later.
I think that was good for our first one.
Your sister,
Ooh.
Felicia.
Yo.
Are we still on live though?